I was going to tell you the story of the 40 thieves, but maybe you're not interested in Italian politics. And believe me, there is not a joke in my country. So I'm going to do a rope trick. The reason why I call it a rope trick is because I use a rope. I know what you are thinking. Does he suffer from insanity? No, I enjoy every minute of it. You must have a rope with two ends and one... Uh-oh. 4 ends? That's bizarre. It's a mystery. It's like, why kamikaze pilots wore helmets? Think about it. Think about it. 4 ends and 2 minutes means 2 ropes. Yes, much better now. 2 ropes. Let's start over again. Get confused when I do this. Let's do one more time. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, I know. Too late. I know when you are faking. One of the most incredible trick in the rope, it's with the rope, it's of course the cut and restored rope. You cut the rope in half and then you restore it. I have no idea why. Sir, would you like to be so kind to cut the rope exactly in half and then... Sabotage. Actually, this was given to me by a friend of mine. He's half Hawaiian and half Japanese. Every December 7th, he attacks himself. I give you all the time you need for that. But I don't know my power here, with just my fingers. Yes, that's scary. It takes 2 ropes to make this trick, and it takes also 2 persons to make a marriage, a girl and their mother. Never mind, let's start over again. You're confused when I do this. Would you like to be so kind to tie the ends of the rope together, please? And while you are busy... Oh, God, you remove the ends of the rope. Help! Oh, this is quite bizarre. This is quite peculiar. Look at this. Yes. Elton John. Madonna. No. Oh, and not. To remove the knot, we just place back the ends of the rope. Look at this. Yes. And now I can remove the knot. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to put the ends in the pocket like this, just by saying the Italian magic words. Mamma mia. Here are the ends, and the middle is in the pocket. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, a lovely rainbow handkerchief. Rainbow. Oh, this reminds me when I was a kid. I was so poor that even the rainbow was black and white. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. It's quite funny in Italy. Have you ever heard of Houdini? This has nothing to do with him. Please, sir, would you like to hold the rope like this? You may see that the handkerchief is very well secured in the rope. Watch carefully now. Thank you. No, okay. Okay, let's see if I can... Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to check? It's a regular knot? Yes? I'm amazed myself. Thank you. This long rope routine, which is in my act now, I like it so much because it contains a lot of magic. It contains a lot of ideas by other performers, Daryl's, I think David Williamson, my effects from the original Mamma Mia rope routine, and a wonderful final effect by Ronald Dayton. It's the silk that jumps free from the rope at the end of the routine. You need a long piece of rope. Usually I determine the length of the rope by spreading my arms wide out like this, and please glue the ends so that the rope do not fray. You don't need to cut the rope, so you may use the rope over and over again. And a short piece of rope in this case, even in this case, is different colored rope. So, but in your performance, please use the same color, more or less the same length like your hand when it's open like this. So I prepare the rope in the standard way. You fold the rope into 2, and then into 4, and then into 8, like this. And I tie the short rope around this bundle, like this, okay? And I simply pull up one end of the long rope, more or less almost beneath the yellow rope in this case, the short rope, and I pull down the other end of the long rope so that the 2 ends are very visible. And you can hold these in the pocket or in your table, whatever you want. To begin, you remove the rope, you hold the end of the long rope, you grab the end of the short rope like this, you untie the knot, and you are ready to begin. Apparently, you are showing just one length of rope. Actually, you are like this, you know perfectly. While I'm talking to the audience, I simply fold the short piece of rope to the right of the end of the long rope, and I leave the other end of the long rope to the right. So, and then I look down and I say, oh, 4 ends. That's quite bizarre, quite strange. And then I move the end of the long rope between the 2 ends of the short rope, and I move one end to the left like this, so that one end of the long rope slides between the short rope like this, okay? So 4 ends, and while I'm talking to the audience, I grab the middle of the rope, I fold it back into the left end, and I look down, oh, wait a moment, 4 ends and 2 middles means 2 ropes. This is not a move, just do it. It's not, there is no need to do, oh, that's a magic thing. Don't draw attention to that. And you simply take the ends of the long rope, pull apart, and you show 2 ropes. Actually, you know perfectly you are in this position. Now, to restore the rope, it's very easy, the standard restoration. You grab one end of the long rope, one end of the short rope, and you drop everything, and you open your arms, and you show one rope again. And of course, you know how you are. While I'm talking to the audience, I hide the end of the long rope like this. And at the same time, I fold. Basically, it's the same move as the first time. In this time, I hide the 2 ends of the long rope into the left fingers, the left hand. So apparently the rope is like this, but really you know exactly how it is. So you can remove the funny scissors to have a couple of laughs, and then I say, oh, wait a moment, I'm going to cut the rope with my fingers. They don't know my power here. This is another example how the magic is it's simple. And apparently you cut the rope, it's like this, but really you simply do this. You lower the forefinger at the same time, you drop the ends of the rope, and you grab the middle of the rope in the left hand. That's all. And apparently you have 2 ropes. And you one more time, you do the standard restoration. You grab one end of the long rope, one end of the short rope, drop the middle, and you show the rope restored. Then I grab the end of the long rope, so I have both ends of the long rope in the right end. If I remove these, it looks like a loop, okay? And at the same time, I fold the short piece of rope, and I move it, sliding it to the left in my left hand. So apparently I have the ends of the rope in my left hand. Really, I have the middle of the rope and the short piece of rope. And apparently to the audience, I have the middle of the rope in my right hand. Really, I have the two ends. And I offer this to the audience. Please, would you like to tie the ends of the rope together? And I simply leave the short piece of rope in their hands, and then it's a nice laugh always. And obviously, now you show this very standard move. Of course, you cannot slide the rope through your hand, but you simply move the hands apart like this, sliding basically the left hand to the left. I prefer to move like this, both ends apart. There is another way to do this, actually a couple of ways. I think this belongs to my friend Socrates, a French magician, and he does this just with the forefinger. And it looks very, very nice. There's another move that is done by my friend Charlie, not the snake, but Charlie, my friend from Germany, and he uses the forefinger and the middle finger like this. Quite nice, but I still prefer the old-fashioned way. So basically, I'm in this position and I change it. I leave the rope in my left hand. I think that you can do the following move with the rope in your right hand, but to me it's much more natural if I have the rope in my left hand. And remember, to the audience, you have a full loop, a whole loop. So now you change one loop into two loops. It's quite interesting. And it's very, very easy. Basically, it's the same idea as I showed to you to link the loops together in one of my previous routine. You hold the rope like this with the right hand palm up. The rope is not twisted. Very, very important. Like this. And then you move it by placing the right hand palm down. You move it to the left onto the rope like this. And you link it. Basically, you link the same loop. And you show two loops. It's quite interesting, quite bizarre also, but quite magical. You just change it, a loop into two loops. And if you want to do, you do your impressions on Elton John, Madonna, whatever you want to do, and then there is a knot. Well, quite interesting, because apparently you have a loop, a whole loop, and you have tied a knot in a whole loop. And then you say, well, to remove the knots, I must place the ends of the rope back. And this, I think, is a standard move, a very standard move. Daryl is a master of this move. And you simply apparently fold the short rope around the main rope, but really you switch the ends in this way. You just drop this end, grab the end of the short rope in the left hand, and fold this. So apparently it's the short piece of rope folded, but you may see by the difference of the colors of the rope how the real situation is. And then you move like this. This is fantastic effect for lay audience. I always got that's fantastic. And now you say, oh, now I can remove the knot, I can untie the knot. And now you are in the same situation, one piece of rope, but the short rope is in your left hand. I do exactly the same move as I have explained before, but with the left hand. In a few words, I take the two ends of the long rope in my left hand, I fold or bend the short rope, and I move it to the right. So it's exactly the same position, but with the hands reversed. The two ends are here, but really it's the middle with the short piece of rope, and in the left hand I have apparently the middle, but really you have the two ends. I place the ends into my pocket like this, and I say, by saying the magic words, Mamma Mia, which being Italian always gets a laugh. And you say, well, the ends are here, and the middle is in the pocket. And if you want, you finish now, you are clean, and the extra piece is in your pocket, and you are perfectly clean. The Ronald Dayton effect is fantastic. I like it very much. And it's very easy to do. It's not easy to explain. I hope you can get it right away. Thank God the video is a wonderful means to teach magic videos. The rope is hanging on the silk like this, and I place the forefinger between the silk, the two sides of the silk, like this. Very important, the position of your thumb, of your left thumb. You may see the silk hangs onto your left thumb. I grab the rope between the corner of the silk between the two ropes. Not like this, but between the two ropes. And then you tie a knot. Tie a knot like this. And then you place the corner of the silk through the loop formed by the knot. The silk hanging on the left thumb, like this. You push it through, and then I simply grab the end like this and pull the knot. Don't pull it too tight. Now, if you watch carefully, you may see that the knot is outside the rope, is on the exterior of the rope, but the knot is, apparently the silk is knotted to the rope by means of this point, of this piece of the silk. Actually, this is the corner that goes onto the rope and inside the loop of the silk. I repeat, don't pull it too tight. Now, very important, I like to turn the silk around so that I show the main rope to the audience. Very important, I ask spectator to hold the rope, and you can slide the silk back and forth. It's very strong for the audience. Now, if you want, you can simply remove the silk by pulling on this side, but what I like to do, it's like this. You pull the rope apart very sharply, and the silk jumps away. Sometimes it simply falls on the ground, and sometimes flies in the air. It's a fantastic effect. If it flies in the air, you catch it while it falls, and you finish with your position that pulls applause.